I say TMI too much on this pod, you guys should know. You're going to hear something that is inappropriate. Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of Yep to My App. I'm still Erica Star, and today I'm here with
Herlene.
And in the theme of Halloween and all that good stuff, today we are talking about masks that we wear, the truths behind them, and just the fronts we put up because we simply have to. One thing I've always said about Halloween is just like, if it were up to me, like, I would dress up in Halloween costumes every day. Like, if the world allowed for it.
Who gives a fuck about what the world wants? Just there's 31 days in October. Every day wear a costume.
Yes, but I mean, like, forever. Like, you can't get a job interview dressed up as, like, Poison Ivy.
You probably can.
Okay, as a bottle girl, maybe.
Not a bottle girl, but, like, if you're in that realm, you know?
What realm?
What is it? DC Comics and what's the other one?
Oh.
The Comic-Con? There we go, Comic-Con.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
Those people are getting paid to sit there at a booth and dress up as characters. Like, come on.
I guess, but I don't know. I feel like every Halloween, like, I will take any opportunity to throw on a wig or...
Give me that lace front. Make it tight.
You know, wear, like, some crazy shoes or whatever, or a dress that I would have never worn anywhere else or whatever. Like, I feel like Halloween is good for that. But yeah, so the first question I'm going to ask you, we're just going to keep it light. If you had to describe your social media persona as a Halloween costume, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. My social media persona as a Halloween costume.
Mm-hmm. Like, either, let's say, you know, you're buying a costume, what would the name of your persona be? Or if you had to compare it to, like, a Frankenstein or a vampire or a
I would say
mummy.
Daredevil, but only because my personality is Daredevil. But obviously, when you look at my social media, it's like, oh, she knows how to dress and whatever else people want to point out.
So that's not your social media persona?
Technically, yeah.
Like, I would give you more like Mad Hatter.
Who the hell is Mad Hatter?
Alice in Wonderland. The Mad Hatter. The villain.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I watched Alice in Wonderland one time. It was when it came out in theaters.
Yeah, I went to that showing and I went to sleep. I've never seen Alice in Wonderland.
So how the
in
hell
full.
are you...
It's Disney. You know the characters. It's just like, okay, point is, Mad Hatter, it has nothing to do with his personality because, like I said, I've never watched the movies. I don't know what it is. However, he wears like a lot of layers. Like, he just wears like a lot of like clothes, it looks like.
A lot of clothes.
Yeah. Back to the masks. So what are some of the masks that you feel that you wear in everyday life?
Well, as a corporate girly, I definitely have to be able to know how to code switch and be professional, but I still make it a point to showcase somewhat of my personality, if not all of it. So for whatever reason, whenever I go to a new place, whether it's a job or an event, people always gravitate towards me. Like, I'm a loner at the end of the day. I do a lot of things by myself. Not saying that I don't like to be around other people while doing other things, but I think it's important to be able to have that sense of self and know that you don't always have to go with like a partner or a group of people. You should be able to do a lot of the things that you would want to do with your friends by yourself first. Just to trial and error, and also know like whether it's something you actually like to do or if you're just doing it because it's on a whim or like someone else told you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, listening to that inner voice is very important. And when I'm at work, I make it a point to balance that. So I'm still getting the job done professionally, but I also love to shoot the shit. Like, I'm very serious though at work when it comes down to the wire and having tasks assigned to me. I don't procrastinate my work.
Yeah.
I don't procrastinate things in my daily life either way. Only certain things. But overall, when I'm at work, it's people are like, oh, she's very strict. But if you really talk to me, I'm just a fucking goofball.
But I'm pretty sure, like, even if you were my boss, the way that you speak, I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's mad at me all the time.
Yes.
Like, especially if you're telling me to do something, I'd be like, oh my God, like, she hates me.
My fucking coworker clowns me all the time. He's like, yo, you're mad bossy. I'm like, I'm not bossy. It's just, as a woman in a male-dominated field, you have to walk a certain way and talk a certain way. I can't be very, oh, let me hold your hand. No, that hurts your feelings. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Did you do the job? Can you do the job? are you going to make me do my job to a certain degree that I don't want to do, which is write-ups and having to go through paperwork? That's unnecessary. If we could just have a conversation, you listen to me the first time, because I'm very thorough, I'm very detail-oriented. I'm going to give you all the info. If your ears don't work, you better say something from the jump, because I'll take it slow and I will not repeat myself more than twice. After that, you go to the next manager and you can figure it the fuck out.
I remember when I was younger, when I used to order food or anything, like, I definitely have, like, you know, the other voice, the one.
Yeah, the one. Hi, can I make an appointment?
Yeah.
Absolutely. My name is Erica.
Yeah.
4 p.m., please. Thank you.
That's that. But I don't use it as often as I thought I would. Like, I feel like I'm a lot more honest with the way that I speak in more places than I thought I would be as an adult. But as for the masks, though, will I act like I care about something that I don't care about for the sake of small talk in the workplace? Yes, every time.
It depends for me, because you don't know when I'm checked out, honestly.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, they'll know because of how I'm speaking, or like, I'll say in my regular voice, like, I don't got the bandwidth today. But if it's like a big group meeting and someone says something that's just like, this could have been an email. Like, why are you adding all this extra information? I'm just gonna smile and wave, because that's what you gotta do. That's the mask on that front.
No. So then my favorite thing is to just be mute. I'm gonna shake my head. Mm-hmm. Yes, got it. Any questions? No questions. Can we leave? Are we done? Like, anything to get the conversation to end, and I can continue going back to what I was doing.
Gotcha.
Honestly.
See, like, another mask that I feel like I definitely use is all the filters I have for different friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I definitely have friends where there's, I guess you would say, no mask at all, where it's just like, this is just raw me, no matter the time, no matter where we are. Like, if we're at my house, like, this is just me. We're just watching TV, and I'm going to say things as they come to my mind, whatever. Then there are the other friends where I wouldn't say it's a mask, but it's a different version of me that comes out when I'm with them. Like, I have like the party friends that they know me as like a good time. And I'm just like, but this is not me all the time. Like, if we had to, like, if I gave you a pie chart of the part of this party version of me that is me, it's less than 10%. Like, that's just, but you just get that less than 10% because you don't know how to deal with the 90. Like, that's kind of how I go about it. But friends be needing all the masks. I don't care what anyone says. I feel like to be a good friend is to put in the effort to know how to care for them.
I think people have friends for different reasons. Like, you have friends that, you know, like you said, you can go partying with. You have friends that, you know, you can have a mental breakdown and they'll have your back, and they'll be there for you emotionally. You have friends that just can't be there for you because they don't even know how to do it for themselves, let alone for the next person.
Yeah.
Or it's just too overwhelming for them.
Yeah. Because, like, I have this one friend, whenever she's in a rut or in a crisis, she calls me. And I was thinking about it. I was just like, I understand that I'm this friend for her. But at the same time, like, I called her just like a few days ago because I was like, hey, like, just calling to call you. And then she was like, is everything okay? Because I don't usually call her first. But I'm like, that's the point. Like, I was just like, you need to see that I'm also your friend when shit's calm. When, you know, there's no storm. You're just chilling. Like, it's okay. We could talk. And it's just like basic shit about what happened at work or whatever's going on.
How was your week? Highs and lows.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like the whole mask thing, it's like sometimes they're forced on you, even when that's not the person you are. As much as you are the supportive friend who's there when shit hits the fan, it's also like, but I'm also the friend that you could talk to when you're happy. I kind of want to see that too. So, yeah. So what mask feels the easiest to put on, and which ones feel the heaviest to carry of all the ones that you felt that you had to put on throughout your life? And even ones that you don't even use anymore.
To be honest, I feel like the only, and I air quote mask very heavily, is really just for work. Because other than that, I do not play about being myself.
What about when you were younger? Like, was it tough to get there, or were you always you?
Well, when I was younger, I felt like I was a little bit of a people pleaser. I would do things because the other person wanted to do it, and like really just disregarding what I wanted to do, and that inner voice. As I got older and I got put in certain situations where it forced me to speak up and really like stand firm on my boundary, no matter what the consequences was. Like, if I felt happy, if that's what I wanted to do and it brought me peace and I wasn't harming anybody, that's me. And to this day, well, not to this day, but I've grown to be like that in my adulthood, but now it's on another level. Like, my friends would tell me, hey, let's go do this or let's go do that. I'm like, no. I don't want to. Like, no. Or I could be hanging out with them and they're like, yo, can you go and like get me a bottle of water? I really don't want to do that, bro. Like,
Oh, damn.
if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
But why don't you want to do it?
Because sometimes I just be tired. I want to be a couch potato. Like, I just want to chill. I don't want to get up and do shit. But it's not all the time, though. Like, I'm actually really sweet. Yeah, I swear to God.
Okay.
I'm an asshole to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm, like, fucking the kindest person in the world. But I will not sit here and say that I'm nice.
See, so I feel like in that instance, then, that I feel like I have a mask for my friends altogether, where I feel like if I'm around them, I feel the need to, well, not feel the need, I just am this way, to just be, like, caring and just almost like, I mean, a lot of my friends call me like the mom, but like,
I'm also the mom.
very.
The mom gets tired, though.
But that's the thing. Even I'm the mom that even when I'm tired, you won't know. I'm the mom that suffers in silence. You know,
what I mean? I'll be like, you know what? I had a long week, had a long day. Actually, don't have the mental bandwidth to get
see,
up
but
and
that's
get
the
you
thing.
a bottle
I'm
of
not
water.
going to be around you if that's the case, though. Like, if I don't have the brain space, I'm not even going to be next to you. I mean, like, when I'm physically with these people.
Oh, and you're
like,
present.
Yeah. So for as long as I'm with you, if that means staying up late to hang out, or if that means, you know, listen to you for an extra 2 hours because you got something going on, or cooking for you because something good happened, like, I'm always going to be that person. Like, I just, like I said, like, I don't want to use the word mask, but that's a version of me that immediately gets put up that isn't around otherwise.
Well, you're more nurturing than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, acts of service is your vibe.
Yeah, it is. Like, my friend, she just got a job promotion. I was
Nice.
like, we gotta do a dinner. And then the first thing she said, she was like, lasagna, because she just likes my lasagna. I was like, shit, like, I don't gotta pay for a dinner. I just make you lasagna. It's
No
fine.
problem. Come over.
And I feel like that's surprising to a lot of people where they're like, you're willing to put in the labor to like cook. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's all love. Like, I don't, that's so different.
I think as an adult, your friendships start to transmute into a more serious box in your life. And what I mean by that is, maybe growing up you would just hang out with your friends. Now you're being a lot more intentional and trying to show up for them in ways that maybe other people don't, or maybe in the same way that their family does. So you wanting to celebrate her and cook her a meal, even though it was her request, but you probably would have just taken her out to dinner, but she'd rather have that home cooked meal and spend time with you.
Yeah.
That to me is just like a whole nother level of adulting.
It is. And I'd rather it. I feel like something when it comes to friendships, people don't know how to be friends.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
agree.
the thing. Like I said, it just goes back to knowing how to be the friend that your friend needs and the friend that you want to be. And if those two things aren't doable, like, then you just got to reconsider what's going on. Like, I feel like that's a struggle that a lot of people deal with that they don't know how to deal with. Because I had a situation where it's like, the type of friend that my friend needed me to be, I was that for her. But what was it? Like, she was just not the type of person that I wanted to be around. And the way that she dealt with things are not the way that would work in our friendship. And I was just like, I went through this weird thing where I was just like, she's not a bad person, but it just doesn't work. Like, she doesn't know how to be a friend for me or be just the type of person that I want around. And I was just like, and it, you know, you battle with the whole like history versus whatever. Like, just because I've known you a long time, does that give you more like brownie points on the friendship scale? And it's just like, no, like, if you're not it, you're not it. And I think that that's something that as people get older, need to learn that you're going to lose friends. And the reasons are still valid if it's just that you guys don't work anymore. The issue is not communicating that.
Yeah, if you grow apart from somebody, definitely. But at the same time, you can't knock someone for, not saying that you did this, but just in general, you can't knock somebody for how they cope or go about certain things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that works for them. And what works for you may not work for the next person.
But that's a separate thing on its own. Like, however you deal with your own stuff in your own life is fine. I just mean the way that they deal with me. Like, if I tell you something and you're always like...
dismissive?
Not even dismissive, but just like negative. Like, it's not even neutral, but you want to push like more negativity out there. And I'm like, do we have to do that? Like, or if I tell you a problem, you tell me how your problem's worse. It's like...
oh, you're going tit for tat.
Yeah, it's just like, we don't have to do that. Like, can you just learn to just... and I hate using this, but like literally hold a space for me. Like, and just let me swim in that for a little bit. And
but that's what friendships are for.
I know, but some people don't know how to do that. But the thing is, she has friends where that's okay. Yeah. Like, that they like the way that she responds and stuff. And I'm just like, that's not me. And I think that people, when people say like, oh, a lot of people like me, and then that one person doesn't like you, they're just like, oh, so then you're the problem. And it's like, no, maybe we just don't match. Like maybe, like I said, you're not a bad person, but it sounds corny, but you're not the person for me. Like
You're not the one for me, babes.
yeah. When did you first realize you were code switching? Like what's your earliest memory of doing that?
So I grew up being a musician. I play 4 instruments, so guitar, piano, drums, and cello. I've always been involved in that and sports. So I played basketball, softball, football, anything with a ball at the end, soccer, any physical sport, honestly, that like full body motion kind of thing. And that's when I really learned how to code switch, because being around all those women, you have to know how to present yourself. And 9 times out of 10, I was always the captain or the co-captain. So I had to understand how to speak to my teammates and make sure that they understood the game plan, but in a way that, you know, going back to what we spoke about in our first episode, is like tone matters. So learning to navigate through that, and then obviously getting a job and not being as, I guess, playful in the workplace, but still professional.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly playful, but a good balance between work and play.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely sports introduced me to that. And then being a musician and having to perform all the time, like that's a mask within itself.
Yeah.
Especially when like playing the guitar, I would always get a guitar solo. I was known at one point in middle school as a guitar girl. Like everybody fucking knew me as a guitar girl. It was so funny. I used to come to school. I had to bring my guitar to school for class, and everybody would huddle around me during lunch.
Oh my
And they would give me
gosh.
song requests, and I'll just play it right then and there.
Aw.
Yeah.
See, for me, mine is nowhere near as serious as yours.
Serious? You think that's serious?
What do you mean? That was such a cool fucking story. That was like some High School Musical shit. Like, I do sports and I do music. Like, that was cool. For me, it was like having my double life when I was like 5 with crushes in kindergarten and coming home and be like, school was fine.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
You had
like-
crushes at 5 years old, bro?
What? Yes. I had so many crushes. I remember probably one of my first ones, Alex Bautista. I was going to school and I was getting all cute, and you know, he would tell me about magic tricks and
At
shit.
5 years old?
Yes, this is kindergarten. Like, he would tell me about the magic tricks his brother would teach him, and then I would show him some like what the heck was it? Some cool graphics for MySpace, because we would like talk about MySpace graphics or whatever. So like obviously like we didn't have phones. Like I would draw them and be like, there's one that looks like this. Like so corny, so stupid. But like yeah, we would chat and stuff, or we would sit back to back, like the way our lunch tables were set up. I used to tap him or whatever, and then turn around and be like, oh, he's gonna see me or whatever. And we would do stuff like that. And then I'd come home and I would just be geeked. I would just be like, yeah, the day was amazing. And then I would just be chill when you ask me, oh, Erica, how was school? Fine. And it's not even like I would say fine. I would say everything. I would give all the details but that.
Yeah.
Like I was always really good at just leaving the parts out that had to be left out. And I was doing that pretty much the whole time I was in elementary, middle school, and high school.
That's very interesting. I feel like I didn't get to that point in my childhood until I was like in the 5th grade.
Oh.
When I tell you from kindergarten to, I guess, 4th grade, I was so focused on music and just being a kid. Like I used to be outside on the block with my walkie-talkie. No. I don't think we was outside the same. I was outside with a walkie-talkie. Mami no me deja, like, no dejaba que yo saliera para nada. Like, how do I explain it? So I have older siblings. So in my household, at least, you weren't able to leave unless you took your younger siblings with you.
Yeah.
So my older brothers had to take my sister and I. And we'd just be on the block playing Manhunt, fucking tag, or, you know, graffiti. Yeah, I don't really talk about me doing graffiti like that, but I did that once upon a time for a little bit of my life up until middle school. But I just remember elementary school being more so like sleeping, eating, school.
Sleeping?
Oh, yeah. I'm a napper.
Oh,
I was a
thought,
napper.
like they had nap time, or you were just sleeping?
I was always cool with the teachers and the principals and the
They
security
let me
guards.
sleep.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like, people just naturally gravitate towards me, and they're like, they like me for whatever reason. And I don't know why, because I don't know them. Like, I don't even know their name. They come up to me and they're like, oh, yeah, go sit over here, go do that, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be isolated from the rest of the class. And some people would be like, oh, you're a teacher's pet. I'm like, I didn't do dog shit to be a teacher's pet. I'm just me.
I'm just cool.
Like, I'm literally just chilling. Like, they took the calmest kid and was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna let her slide, whatever. But it's so interesting that you have such a vivid memory. I wish I had that.
I have crazy good memory. Like,
I have good memory, but I don't have vivid memory of my childhood like
oh
that.
no, I can close my eyes and I'm there again. Like, I remember all of it. Yeah, like elementary school, middle school, like best school years. High school, trash. But elementary school, middle school, that was it. I had the best time, the best friends, all that stuff. Like, another thing, oh my God, I had a code switching thing in my head as you were talking and then I forgot it.
Poof.
Something where I was like, oh, like when we used to have parent-teacher conference day, like my mom would come to the school and they'd be like, Erica doesn't talk at all. She doesn't raise her hand. She doesn't say anything, blah, blah, blah. And then I would come
find that
home.
hard to fucking believe.
That's what I'm saying. My mom was like, interesting. Like, they would say she's a great kid, but her, like, literally they would say her only issue is that she doesn't talk enough. Like, that was always
That's
the
so
thing.
fucking funny. Mine was the complete opposite.
You talk too much?
I wasn't talking. People were talking to me and I got in trouble.
Oh.
The teachers were like, she's so smart. She knows everything, all the material. She's an A+ student. But I was like, here come this motherfucker to come and...
But she got friends. Like, I hate when that's a problem.
So it got to the point where they would move my seat, and no matter where they moved me, somebody was always talking to me. Whether I knew them on that level or I just met them because I sat there every day at the same time.
Yeah.
Yo, the teacher stops what they're doing, and they're like, Herlene. I'm like, yo, I swear to God, it's not me. Like, I'm looking at you, and they're in my ear. You don't even see my lips moving. Why am I getting blamed?
Yeah.
I remember one time I got kicked out of class because of that shit. I said, nah, you're bugging.
Oh,
and like I
damn.
said, I've always been cool with the principal and shit and the dean. So I'll just go up to them and be like, I need you to have a nice little conversation with Fulano over there because I feel like I'm getting targeted for no fucking reason. Like, if I was a bad student and if I was disrupting the class, stopping you from teaching, literal shit that matters, bro. All right, cool. But like, my work is getting done. I was trying to get my work done. This motherfucker talking to me and I'm still actively getting it done. Do I get credit for that? No? Okay, so you're going to knock me for somebody talking to me? That's not my problem.
I got so many criticisms on the school system, but that's for another episode.
Well, I wasn't homeschooled.
We doing this shit again?
I went to a public school.
I went to a public school. At the age of 4, I started public school. Why the fuck are we going there? Like...
I had to bring it up.
Sheesh.
Couldn't hold it. That shit was like right here.
Whatever.
I don't know why she gets so mad, guys. It's not a bad thing to be homeschooled. It's a privilege.
Fucking homeschool. It doesn't even
privilege.
count. Preschool wasn't even mandatory at the time.
I went to preschool and I went to an actual preschool.
That's what I'm saying. Preschool wasn't mandatory, so I wasn't there.
But I
just
didn't have
started
the-
learning early.
Hey, I didn't have the luxury of my parents being home with me, teaching me my ABCs and colors and 1, 2, 3s. I had to go to a preschool for that.
Please. And it wasn't just that. I learned that stuff when I was like 3.
You learned
I
it
was multiplying.
at home.
So, I have a home? That's a problem? What the fuck? That's crazy.
I didn't say it's a problem. I said
You
it's a
didn't
privilege.
learn anything at home?
I learned music, how to clean, and
That's still things being taught at home.
but I couldn't take that into school. Besides the music.
And they didn't teach you to clean in school? Like, that was like a whole thing in kindergarten for me.
Girl, I barely I just told you, I don't fucking remember shit. They probably did. Like, and I only remember my PTSD as Dominican and Brazilian household. Like,
Damn, see, like, my PTSD goes for high school. I feel like I blocked out a lot of high school because of how bad it was. Like, I remember shit randomly, and it's like...
you know, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I think why I don't remember, or people in general just don't remember certain things is because there was so much trauma.
No, 100%, yeah.
And you just, like, Pandora box it, like, bloop, to the side.
Because sometimes it comes up, and I'm like, oh, shit, like, that's my life. Like, I'm not thinking about something I saw in a movie. Like, that was actually me.
Right. I'm not going to lie. I seen a photo of me when I was in elementary school via one of the people that I follow on Instagram, and I know them from elementary school. And they posted a picture of all of us on the playground, and that shit just brought back mad memories. I was like, yo, I didn't even fucking remember that picture, that day.
That's why
but-
it's important to take pictures.
Yeah, I'm so now as an adult, like I used to get mad at my family for always wanting to take pictures and videos of me, but I was literally raised on I think it's called cassette tapes and the VHR and stuff.
The VHS?
VHS, there we go. I'm thinking of the
VHS
camera.
on the VCR.
Yeah, on the VCR.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm a little dyslexic. What can I say? But I have all those tapes still, and I would watch them, and it's my mom like feeding me or me just at my birthday party. or like the whole photo album of me, and I'm like, damn, if only I could really remember this shit.
Yeah,
That'd
when
be
I moved
fire.
out, I snuck a few photo albums from my grandmother to bring
Ooh.
them because like
Pow.
she doesn't look at them, and
It needs to be in her house though.
we're
It's
not
a
doing
staple.
this. Nope. The only person who even looked at the pictures was me. So now
You
they're
don't
in my
know if
house.
you don't know if she be at home at night with her little cafecito,
No.
going through the album like mi niña.
Trust me, she don't.
She just don't tell you.
Nope, she
She
don't.
might be shy.
Shy, please. So do you see the need to code switch as a skill, a burden, or both?
I definitely think it's a skill because there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm more on the burden side.
What?
Mainly because I'm thinking of it like very bird's eye view about it, where it's like, I don't like that we have to do that to be accepted in certain situations. Like, I don't like that if I spoke the way I normally spoke in a situation that doesn't ask that of me, like that it'll be grounds for me to not succeed in that area.
Well, yeah.
It's
Like, I see what you mean, but it's
like my thing is, if the skill is there, why do you care about how I speak? You know, because it's like it's very different. Because there's a difference between like authenticity and being unfiltered. Being unfiltered is being offensive. It's just kind of saying what's on your mind as it comes out, diarrhea of the mouth. That's very different. What I mean is just like if I present myself in okay, let's say completely other person. Let's say they can't dress a certain way because they don't have the means in terms of like the money and stuff for a certain type of outfit or whatever, but they wear the best that they can for the interview and for all the situations where they have to meet these people. And their vocabulary, the way that they speak is at the highest level possible for their resources. And even at their best, they're still worse in presentation than what the, let's say, interviewer or whoever important person is looking for. But the skills are there. They know how to do everything that you need them to do and even better than the next person. And it's like, why are they like, you know, why are those privileges or not even privileges, opportunities taken away from them because of that?
well, I wouldn't.
You know?
I think that coincides with what I said with a time and a place, and to also know your audience, right? Because the person that you just described to a certain degree is me at work, and when I tell you, my boss and I are so unfiltered with each other, like it's terrible, but in a good way.
Yeah.
He and I have really dark humor, so we just banter a lot more than the average person would in a corporate setting.
Yeah.
But obviously we don't do it in front of everybody in the freaking building. It's
No,
more
yeah, of
so
course.
like in our immediate cohort and things of that nature. But I think that it doesn't necessarily take away from opportunities being presented to you, because at the end of the day, like you said, if they know your work ethic and they know that's who you are as a person, sometimes when you need to present certain things or just, you know, talk about a specific topic or explain something that you did, maybe a presentation or whatever, that's when the code switch has to come in, because you don't want to sit there and be like, yo, so I fucking did this shit last night and I was in my PJs. I don't want to fucking do it. Like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, that's more of like discernment when it comes to like how much information you give. I just mean more so in the way of like, as you go up the ladder, I feel like the arrogance gets higher, and where it's like the judging a book by its cover thing matters more because they care more about like the look.
They care more about appearances, which I agree. But I also feel like everybody has that other side of them where it's like super silly, super goofy, because you can't be as arrogant 24/7, let alone have a stick up your ass all the time. Even if you're the fucking CFO, CEO, COO, ABC.
Yeah, but not everyone got the same silly.
I think so.
I don't think so.
It's different for me. I view it more
Like,
so.
I think everyone has a side that's on the other side of the spectrum that is very silly.
Yeah.
But like those sillies for two separate people, I don't think can be the same.
No, definitely not.
That's
Everybody
what I
has
mean.
different
Like
humor.
your sillies
but
can't match even if they're both extreme.
Definitely not. But I'm speaking more so from a corporate side, because I've just been in corporate for so long. It'd be the most serious people that you never think of are the filthiest. For real. Like it blows my mind every time I find out some chisme at work. I'm like, what? That person? No way. I couldn't even picture them saying that or doing those things.
No.
Because they're so serious, they're so arrogant, they're so high up in the ladder, right? Versus me, I'm like, man, as long as it's not my employees around, and even then, like I could shoot the shit with some of my employees, not all of them, but I'm like I said, I'm very serious or mean, as people like to call me. But it's like I just think people don't have tough skin or thick skin nowadays. I have a love and hate relationship with social media right now.
Why?
Because of me breaking my phone in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Like that's why after I came back from Puerto Rico, I haven't been posting as consistently.
I noticed that. I was like,
everybody's like, yo, where'd you go? Where's your fits? Where's your vlogs? Where's this? And I'm like, what people don't know about me is that I'm actually very reserved. I'm really not that social, but my coworkers like, you're very fucking extroverted. I'm like, I'm really not. But that's also me code switching.
Yeah.
That's also me code switching because I'm like, all right, as much as I do want to be to myself right now, I'm not going to do that in a group of people because then one, it's going to force people to want to ask me more questions. So I'd rather just get in front of the fucking gun and be like, all right, hey, what's going on? Like, you know, just engage with people more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I forgot where I was going. Oh, yeah, social media. That's part of the reason why I haven't been posting that much. And quite frankly, I tried to take a, like, outfit video. When was it? The other day I went to go see my homegirl. And I just felt weird in front of the camera.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
But I'm watching all my footage from like all my vacations and stuff on my camera. And I'm like, damn, where is she? Where does she go? Like,
damn.
I'm tired too. So I just think it's the level of burnout that I reached with that. Even though I wasn't as consistent with posting. Like literally the last thing on my page right now is the pod.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That goes to show how much I have not fucking posted.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And I got mad shit in the vault. Like, mad stuff in my photo album, my laptop, my camera.
That's crazy.
In a way, I'm kind of gatekeeping it, but the other half of me is just like, me being such a reserved person, I used to always showcase the things and people that I love the most. And now I'm getting to a point in my life where I just want to be 100% present. Not that I wasn't present before, but I felt like I was not as successful with it. I would say I was maybe 80% present, and not having my phone for those certain amount of days in Puerto Rico really had me not only touching grass, but really analyzing my life as a whole. And I'm like, why do I even post? What the fuck is the reason? Social media to me is just jokes. It's always been jokes, but I use it as a tool to not only educate people, but to spread the laugh. Like, so many people DM me like, bro, I miss your stories. Like, you're mad funny. And I'm like, damn. Not to say that I don't think that I'm funny, but I don't think I'm funny to the degree that people tell me that I'm funny.
Yeah.
Because it's just natural for me. I don't try to make people laugh. It's just the shit that I say.
Yeah.
It's like one of those people that whenever they talk, you just laugh. I'm that person for some people, especially on social media.
Yeah.
And then most people want to know like where I get my outfits from and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I actually haven't been putting any outfits on besides my fucking uniform. So I think that's also what's gotten me out of the funk, aside from just what happened to me in PR. But I've been slowly trying to get back into it because I do have my birthday coming up.
But do you want to get back into it? Or do you think that maybe like being detached from social media taught you like, maybe it isn't authentic for me to keep posting that regularly?
I wouldn't say it isn't authentic because at the end of the day, I make it a point on my page that's who I am. You don't have to, I mean, you could kind of guess and you might guess wrong, but if you do, then you're not as observant as you probably should be. Because I still have things on my page from when I first had Instagram type shit. And up till now, it's like you can see my growth. You can see my personality more and more. Or if you look through my highlights, you'll see my personality be masked more and more, because I was so unhinged when I first had Instagram and Facebook and stuff. Like, that's how I created most of my following.
Yeah.
And now as I'm an adult, I'm like, I cannot be that unhinged on social media, because one, you never know who's watching, and two, nowadays with the whole screen recording stuff, I think that's a little too dangerous for my taste. But I don't think that it's not authentic for me to post. I just feel like I don't really want to give people that lens into my life anymore. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It is sad because I remember us having conversations where you're like, I want to post more and I want to do more on social media.
I did, and I kind of still do to a certain degree, but now that percentage has went from this to like that. And it's only because the amount of work that it takes to do it, you know? Like,
yeah.
And it's like I said, I do have a lot of things that I haven't posted, and I probably could schedule posts and curate everything, but I haven't even sat down and pulled every single footage from my camera. And if I don't do that, what's the point of me posting? Like, I'm just prolonging the inevitable. And I feel like I need at least maybe like 3 days of just trying to figure out what my niche is, how I'm going to exploit that on my page, right? Because I want people to be able to see my page and go, oh, she does this, she does that. Mm-hmm. If you look at it now, it's kind of all over the place. And it makes me upset because, not really upset, but it bothers me a little bit. So I'm like, if I feel that way as I'm looking at my page, I can only imagine other people.
Aww.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That just, I mean, obviously I'm down with everything you're saying. I just mean in terms of like the possible end of an era.
I
like,
know, right? That's what I said. I'm like, damn, is this the end?
Like, that's what it is that has me like,
But I don't know. When I'm on vacation or when I have time off, I'm not a completely different person, but I'm more prone to like vlogging, I guess.
Or you know what? Random, my social media brain is working right now. But like, you know how you have like Who is Herlene on your page? What if you have another one that's like, This is Herlene? And like that's, and that one's like more like honest than you. And then
Maybe that's a good one.
I don't know.
I didn't think about that.
That feels cute.
That's actually a really good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the Who is Herlene is probably just gonna stay there, and I'll post
Exactly.
my get ready.
It's like if you just want to wonder, but if you want to know,
if you want to know, I'm over here. It's like a fix almost.
Like this is me.
That's a lot of work though to have so many pages.
Listen, I got 3. That's just stressful,
saying,
but it's worth it. It's worth it.
I have my page and I have my rug business. Work is all I gotta say. Trabajo.
All right, so okay. So with code switching, where's the line between healthy adaptation and losing pieces of yourself?
See, I feel like that coincides with knowing who you are and knowing what you want and what your goal is, right? So you shouldn't be code switching to the point where you're almost like people pleasing, or you're just telling people too much of what they want to hear and it's not really your voice. Because at the end of the day, let's say you're doing that to get your foot in the door, right? You get in the door. Now they give you a seat at the table. They're expecting that person that they saw and met in the beginning that you filtered.
Yeah.
Now when you start unfiltering yourself, slowly but surely you're unraveling the onion. Unraveling the onion. They're going to be like, wait, this is not adding up here. Where did the girl that I met that was,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that within itself, I think if you feel like you're reaching a point where you don't know who you are or you're losing pieces of yourself, you should definitely step away from whatever it is that you're trying to engage with and really sit down with yourself, meditate, pray, whatever works for you, and ask yourself those hard questions. Why are you doing that? Where does it stem from? What's the root, right?
Yeah.
And how can you get past that? What work can you actively be doing to get 1% better every day in that?
I was going to say, like, I feel like that's something that is really important to think about when it comes to social media, like the whole like losing yourself and like healthy adaptation. Because even for me, when I created like the pod, I was just like, what is a way that I can post that is still as me as it can possibly be without overperforming, without like things being too planned. Like I can still be relaxed and say what I want to say, but I don't have to do too much to like produce this like glamorous thing, because I'm like, that's just not me. Like if I lived a glamorous life, that's fine. I would do that. But I'm like, I'm from New York. It's not like that. So,
she's from Long Island.
Whoa. Who said that? Born and raised in Williamsburg. Let's just clear the air right there. I would never say ew. But
she gives Long Island vibes, right, guys?
What the fuck? That is crazy. Yeah. That is absolutely insane. No, I don't. But I was getting somewhere with that. Oh, yeah.
To like, rage bait you is too easy.
I don't care. This is me. This is me. Unmasked.
Unmasked from Long Island.
Shut the fuck up. So.
This is, again, how she talks to people on her podcast.
I feel like people do get lost though with social media, in the sense of like people, at least like the social media gurus, like they say like to niche down. Like there's that whole debate of like, do you niche down or do you like stay yourself, whatever. And I feel like for the people who niche down, they get lost in that part of who they are. Because I always say that when you niche down, it should just be honing in on one specific part of yourself. Like if you're a fitness page, you are a whole person. Fitness is 10%, but that is the part that you show on your page. That's completely fine. But you start losing yourself where when your whole life becomes everything that you post on your page, or you revolve your life around content. And so I just feel like, especially with social media, that line is just like
blurred.
Once you cross it, it feels like it's to the point of no return. Because I feel like I'm in a healthy space right now, both with like my personal page and the podcast page, where I'm like, I'm putting out what I want to put out as I want to put it out.
It's organic.
And as soon as I find out what my niche is, that's when I have to start doing the work to be like, okay, how can I live a life that allows me to, produce whatever I do for this page, but also live as myself. And I think that once I get there, that's going to be a tough thing, because that's when it's like who you are becomes work.
Yeah. And
I don't know, like I feel like that's the tricky part about social media, and that's the difference between people who make it and people who don't. That it's either, you get lost in it and then you hit your peak and then you just fall off like the David Dobrik's of the world. Or, that's crazy. I loved David Dobrik. His vlogs are the part of the reason that I started my first YouTube page. Loved it. I was like, the editing is quick, it's snappy, 4-minute vlogs, amazing. You build a relationship with all these characters, yada, yada, yada. And then you swing a motherfucker off a crane. I mean, there's so many other things, but
swinging somebody off a crane. Wow.
But that's the one that, makes that the top of my head. And, you messing up, something happened with his eye. I was like, what the heck? And then you come back all fit and stuff for one video. And then me, as someone who used to be a David Dobrik fan, I only watched that video and I didn't watch anything else, because I thought it was a Photoshop picture with his ripped body. I was like, what the heck? How is your face not skinnier? It just didn't make sense. Whatever.
It's not mathing.
Yeah, but I was just like, it's either you're that, or like we talked about earlier before the pod, you're like Bretman Rock. Like, he is always him. That's one, I feel like that's why he has gotten to the point that he's gotten. Like, like he has his sister who just be popping out babies and stuff, and he's like, that's what she does. She's gonna save. He says she's gonna single-handedly save the population.
Oh my God, yo.
Like, he says stuff like that, and it's just like, he's just real. Like, that's his life. And
I remember him when he was in, I think, high school. Literally,
make
bro.
that body hover.
It's just, he's one of those people where he just talks and what he says is fucking hilarious.
Bro, it's the facial expressions. Yes. It's the honesty. I think he used to have some videos like with his mom.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I love this guy. So I think that's the difference between like sticking to your roots and then getting real caught up in, I don't want to say fame, because you're not famous. If you're YouTube famous, you're not famous. But maybe that's another debate, but I don't think that's famous, right?
A YouTube famous?
Yeah.
What are we talking, like 1 million subscribers or?
Like, I think like Liza Koshy, like you gotta grow from that. I forgot last time I mentioned Liza Koshy and you didn't know who she was. Whatever. There are creators though that they break through and then they become real celebrities. But it's like,
well, if you mean it in that way, then yeah, I don't consider you a celebrity, but I know for a fact if they got a certain amount of views and subscribers, they're making money.
I know.
Not that defines you to be a celebrity, but that's a perk.
No, not the but I mean like famous. I feel like even a celebrity and famous are different. Because a celebrity to me is like
a movie star.
I guess like you really look forward to them on a red carpet. Like that to me is a celebrity. Like Brad Pitt, celebrity. Like you're just like, oh my God, like
Jennifer Lopez.
Brad Pitt. Exactly. Like
I'm kidding. Jennifer Lopez is not a fucking movie star.
No, at her height, she was a celebrity. She was definitely like a figure.
The only figure I remember her as is Selena.
Okay, well, at that point in her life, celebrity. My thing is, you said J-Lo and I knew who she was.
Yeah.
Like, you can say her name in a lot of different places. People are like, I know J-Lo.
But that's just because she put her hand in every single cookie jar possible, which kudos to her. Don't get me wrong.
But the girl was working, But if I say Addison Rae to some random person,
I'm a random person because I don't know.
Exactly. She started on TikTok. She got this trendy song that I love, by the way. But she's not pop, and she's not like, oh my God, Madonna. And, Madonna in her prime. Because Madonna right now, she a little gross. But I personally still love Madonna.
Madonna? Is that Material Girl? Hello? I'm about to play that song.
Yo, I just saw the video the other day again of her kissing Drake. That old video. Drake? You didn't remember that? Bro, she full on made out with the dude. Like, open mouth that man.
He was young, right?
Was he ever young while famous?
Yes.
I mean, like, he wasn't a kid.
I know Drake from Degrassi.
Degrassi, yeah. I mean, like, in terms of Drake, though. Like, he wasn't young. Like, this was, like, I want to say, I could be wrong, like 2016-ish.
Yeah, he was young, bro.
To me, that's not young.
I'm pretty sure he was in his 20s.
Exactly. I'm saying like
That's
was
young.
I'm saying it wasn't illegal.
No, I'm not saying illegal. I'm just saying like he was young. Like that was
I guess, yeah.
very early on in his career.
He wiped his mouth after.
Yeah, if an old geezer was kissing me like that with no consent, I would have been like, wakala. Give me some Clorox. Let me gargle this shit real quick.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that, I saw that video again recently and I was like, that was such a gross moment. All I have to say, like Drake, celebrity. But, you know, like James Charles, not a celebrity. Like he's known for sure for all that weird shit that he was doing. But he's not a celebrity. So, yeah, random little side note about YouTube celebrities. Okay, next question. Okay, this is the nice part of the conversation. I like this part more. Taking off the mask and facing yourself. So what do you think people see when they look at you, and what is that versus what you see when you look at you?
I think people see confidence and I get confidence and flamboyant a lot.
Okay. And what do you see?
I see somebody that's just living authentically. Like I'm always myself, bro.
Yeah, but what are the adjectives? What are the adjectives of that person who lives authentically?
Unapologetic to a certain degree. Because I'll take accountability if I have to, but I'm not going to apologize for being myself. Mm-hmm. If that offended you, then we're not each other's cup of tea, which is fine.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would say that I'm silly, even though people try to tell me that I'm really serious.
Who has said that?
I've had people tell me that I'm serious. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm really not that serious. I'm a fucking clown.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always cracking a joke. If I'm not cracking a joke with you, I probably do not fuck with you on that level or at all.
Yeah, I feel like it's easy for you to throw out a joke.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I do it so effortlessly.
Yeah.
It's not really intentional for me. It's just how I am.
Yeah, because there's times that you be joking with me and I'm like, do we have to, like the homeschooling thing, I'm just like, yo, like we weren't even there.
Yeah, see?
Like we weren't even there.
I gotta throw it in there.
Like,
it's hard for me not to.
It was an itch you had to scratch, like,
yeah.
I gotta piss her off at least once.
At least once in the pod, you know? Just for them to see your true colors.
Oh, whoa.
Since we're talking about masks.
My true colors are yellow.
I think mine is blue.
You give off blue. Would you say light blue or dark blue?
I like a royal, so dark.
You know, random side note, my mom gives me this fun fact every time and I have to tell people every time it gets brought up because, I don't know, I just feel like I'm doing her a disservice. No, it's about royal blue. Royal blue is the only color that complements all skin tones. She has always made it a point to tell me that every time royal blue comes up, but like that's like a known thing. Like think about dark skin, light skin, you could be pale, whatever your undertones, royal blue looks good on you. And
that's how I feel about red.
I'm not a fan of red on like pale skin.
I think it's dope. It makes them pop. But it all goes back to the beginning of the conversation with the whole fashion thing. Like, you could wear whatever you want. You just got to know how to put that shit on and piece it together.
For me, it's more, I feel like...
You could wear fucking red. Like, I could have wore red with this orange.
Like, I feel like pale people who wear red look pink. Like, the colors just start kind of mixing.
Everybody spell it with me. Racist?
What the fuck? No! Listen.
Bro, how we go from if you're pale and you're wearing red, you look pink?
You never seen those, and I think this is, part of me believes it, part of me doesn't. You know those people, they put like the cloths on you and they be like taking off the colors and be like, oh, you look brighter when you
yeah.
So I feel like when you wear red, like the way it reflects literally off of your pale skin,
I think they
you
do
look
that.
pink.
They do that somewhere. I forgot where.
Yeah.
Like it's a literal thing. You go and they sit you down with different shit, and I want to do that.
Like I truly think that that's a thing. Like I'm not, please, racist.
That was a little crazy. Like for you to, you're white, you're wearing red, and you look pink.
Yes.
I think the red just makes them pop more.
No.
I wouldn't necessarily say they look pink.
I think that their skin reflects it, and you just get a little more pink. You're a little more flush. Pink? And if that's what you're going for, you want to be pink, okay.
I don't know. I never seen a white person wear red look pink.
Have you seen a white person wear red, period?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Maybe not your white people, but...
I got different white people than you got?
I don't know. Apparently. They looking pink over there.
What?
Mine just looks white.
Maybe your white people aren't white.
They're a little mixed.
Exactly.
But some of them, the ones that I'm referencing, are actually like white.
Oh, okay. Because so am I. I'm like going for the Caucasians.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Caucasians.
So, wait. I forgot I had to give mine. I recently learned that the way that people view me, at least, so something that I've learned like growing up is like, obviously not everyone knows you since you were a kid.
Yeah.
And so I finally got to that point where I'm meeting people for the first times or whatever. And I realized that people don't think that I'm smart, at least book smart. That I've learned. Every time it comes up in conversation, like my GPA when I was in college or the fact that I was salutatorian in high school, like everyone goes, for real? And like, yes, part of them is impressed, but I'm insulted because I'm like, now how dumb did you think I was? Or how little did you think I cared about school to think that I wouldn't be that?
Or maybe it's just you don't fit into the persona of somebody like that, because those
But
people.
that's the thing I don't like. Like it's weird too, because I'm type A as fuck. Like I am, bro. I just planned a group trip, and there is a 2-page document I sent out to everyone with hotels, currency exchanges, excursions, the flights or whatever. The seats on my flight. No. Yes, the seats that I have on my flight or whatever. So in case you want to sit next to me, this is the general area you can sit. Bro, so many details. I'm like, that's the kind of person. I was like, I don't know how someone, because it's like, that's how I would characterize someone who, you know, cares about their grades and does, you got to be really organized. And my friends know that about me. And I'm just like, why does that not translate? And I get it, like I'm also silly, but this is something I talk about all the time. And it kind of has to do with like the whole masks and stuff, like the ones that people put on you. It's not even ones that you put on yourself, where it's like the first impressions matter. If the first time you meet me is through a friend or whatever, and we're like at a bar, we're somewhere very social, the first thing you're gonna think of is like, oh, super fun, super silly, would never trust her with anything business related, would never trust her with anything that like
Not to cut you off, but you got mad at me the last time. Your mascara started now.
Right here?
On both of them.
You see that, guys? Let me use this as an example for everyone who has never... Every episode, my mascara starts like bleeding or whatever under my eyes. And my guests never say anything about it. Is it fixed? Is it better?
Yeah, it looks
This one matters more than the other one.
Yeah, you got it.
Cool. Back to the masks. So...
She yelled at me the last time. I was like, I wasn't even looking there, bro. Yes. So now I'm like...
No, I'm glad. I appreciate it. So... School, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. So if you meet me in a very social setting, like that's the first thing you think about me. And I feel like people, like their brains just never view me in a serious light. And then I have other friends that the first times that they meet me, very serious setting, they either met me at work or they met me just somewhere where I was focused. Or like if I'm at a gig and I'm working and I'm recording and stuff, like straight face, I got to do what I got to do, get paid, get out.
Get out.
Yeah. And so then... they're like, when they see me be silly and stuff, they're like, oh my God, like, there's like a fun side to you. And I'm like, guys, like, two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
Like, you could be fun, you can be serious. It's just reading the room, knowing when to do it. But all that to say, even with my closest friends, though, the part about me being smart is just not at the top of their list when they think of me. And that has messed with me. But they also, if I had to give like all the characteristics they would give, they would say that I'm sensitive, but not to the extent of like, I'm not soft. I'm just sensitive in the sense of like, I'm, you know what? Maybe not sensitive, sentimental. Because every time I hang out with my friends, I'm just very like, I'm so happy that we're here. You know?
Oh my God, I can cry.
You know, like I'm one of the first to send messages like, oh, I'm so happy I saw you today. Whatever, this was great. I'm, you know, very much.
You're very thankful.
Yeah, like I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here. And the way I view myself, I don't even know how I view myself anymore. I have so many different perceptions of myself. It really depends on the day. And
interesting.
Like there are some days that I feel so tough and I feel like I'm that girl. Like if I could conquer anything and like I could be put in all these situations, like I'm trying to think. And because I want to describe what I mean by tough. Like just kind of like I could, you know, if anybody comes to me with an issue or whatever, I'm very confrontational, able to handle it kind of thing. Like my feelings aren't going to get hurt. I'm someone who like, but for the most part, my feelings don't get hurt often. But I'm sensitive to the point of like, if you are looking to hurt my feelings or if you're trying to hurt my feelings or if like there's a weird malice behind whatever it is that you're doing.
Like the homeschooling.
No. For certain things, super sensitive. Because a lot of people don't think that deep. A lot of people are just kind of like, okay, you're having a bad day, whatever. And I'm like, no. You tried to hurt me. And that's when it gets to it's the principle kind of thing. And I get like that. But sometimes those things are not on the same day. Like sometimes I'm the tough person and I don't give a single flying fuck for your intentions or anything. And I'm just like, you're cut out. That's it. It's done. So like, I don't even know how I would perceive myself. I just feel like I'm just free flowing and it's just pick a day.
Pick a day is crazy. That's interesting though, because at least for me, it's the opposite. Like you wake up with different feelings every day, but as far as like how I perceive myself, it doesn't change.
Oh, see, like even in a more literal sense, literally like the way I view my body, different every day.
Well, that's because body dysmorphia is a bitch. And I feel like everybody views their body differently
but I feel
every
like
day.
That completely changes the way I view myself and who I am. Like, if I feel like my traps don't look freaking huge that day and that I actually have a waist and that, like, I have a body closer to the ideal one that I want, I'm like, okay, I'm soft and earthy and warm and, all these beautiful, fluffy words. But on a day that, like, and this isn't to say it's the opposite of being soft and stuff because it's not masculine. It's like on the days that, you would know this. Like, when you go to the gym and you look good in gym clothes, but if you wore feminine clothes that same day, it's just a little like, I look a little bulky. But in a sports bra and, the leggings or shorts, whatever, it's
pump,
like, yo,
baby.
like, who is that? Like,
it's the pump.
Yeah, you just, it's that feeling. Like in those moments, I'm just like conqueror, dominant, amazing, strong, just like powerful.
I can pick up a car.
Yeah. And I just, like, I know I just said two things can be true at once, but not in the same day. Like, I don't think I could be those two things within the same day. It's just not it for me. And I feel like the way that I look 100% impacts the way that I perceive myself. And
I feel like that's everybody though, because you look good, you feel better.
Yeah, but I've been like having a weird battle with that because it's like, I think it just ties back into like the whole body dysmorphia thing, because if I really feel like my body looks different every day, that's not good. Like if I like, your whatever process you have with your body, whatever goals that you want and stuff, like that's a long process. So however which way you feel should be just as gradual as your body is changing. But it's like, I am trying my best.
You just have to be kinder to yourself. That's all.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like perceiving myself is like so weird to me. Cause like, I think another thing that just messes me up is on days that I feel amazing, seeing the difference from then and when I don't feel amazing, it's crazy. Cause when I feel good, everyone's gonna know. Everyone, my Instagram story is gonna know, my close friends are gonna know, the group chat's gonna know, my mirror is gonna know, my camera roll is gonna know, I'm gonna call my mom and be like, yo, your daughter's so beautiful, did you know that? Like, everyone's gonna know. And so when I feel terrible, I do not want to be seen. Like, I feel like Mr. Krabs without his shell. Like,
isn't he like a naked moron or something like that?
Exactly. Like when when I sit and I wear like the Nike Pro shorts and like the band, it hugs you, so then you sit and your gut goes over the top and it goes under the bottom too. And I'm just like, I hate myself. Like,
you hamburger.
It's wow.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Oh, for that you say you're joking.
Yeah. I had to lighten it up. I had to lighten it up because you're talking so bad about yourself.
Yeah, but like it's just, yeah, I feel like, you know what? If we're going for the mask thing, I think that's a big thing for me because I know I 100% come off confident to more people than not coming off confident.
Well, that's also a defense mechanism too.
It is 100% because it's like, you know what? It's really weird. I'm going through so many things in my head because
we just fucking unlocked a whole different topic of conversation.
No, because it truly does go back to the mask thing because I had a habit before that I stopped doing where I would bring up my insecurities before anyone could say anything because it's like, oh, make fun of yourself first and then, any jokes from somebody else doesn't make any sense, blah, blah, blah.
But
or not doesn't make any sense. What do you mean?
Like, tell yourself those things. Don't tell other people.
No, but that's why I'm saying I stopped because as soon as, first off, like if the other people weren't aware of it at all, then why would you bring it to their attention? Like
that part.
I have a whole bunch of insecurities about like my face or things about my body, whatever, that no one cares for. No one knows. No one knows any of it. And I would just either casually bring it up in conversation or if I had the weirdest feeling that they were looking at that part of me, I would bring it up. just to be like, you're probably wondering this or whatever. I wouldn't say you're probably wondering, but I would just bring it up with that undertone, like in case you were looking or whatever. But now I realize I'm just like, okay, and I don't know if this counts as a mask because the insecurities are 100% still there, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to talk about those things, and I'm not going to overdo it with the things that I'm insecure about in terms of like making them look better or like whatever, feel better, whatever. But I'm like, I got to a point where I was like, Erica, like, just be. Like, learn to just be, because I tell people all the time, no one cares. Like, honestly, no one cares about you.
Literally.
Like, it's just, that's it. No one cares. But
no one's staring that hard.
and then it goes back to like, oh, but I care. And it's like, that's amazing that you care. But still no one else cares. Like, it's just like, you have to put yourself in this bubble where it's like, even your negative thoughts, only you know what they are. And no one else is thinking them. So I think that even going into this episode, like I've been trying to like figure out what my masks are. Cause I'm like, is there anything that's like blatantly like trying to be covered up? But I think because I'm at a point right now where I'm like, no, I want to live with the mask off kind of thing, which is
being authentic. What is it?
Authentic.
I don't know why. Like,
you added way more syllables. You're like, it's got to be a longer word.
Listen, I worked 70 hours this week and I made it to the pod. A round of applause for me.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, I'm fucking exhausted, but we're here.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's my fucking job.
Random side note. You know how I drink a lot of soda?
Ah, tell me you stopped.
And I didn't stop. However,
here we go.
Don't do the faces. I'm not here for judgment. I'm going to say a nice thing.
I'm not judging you. We're listening and we don't judge.
I, on a regular basis, before this recent period, drink 2 to 3 cans of soda a day.
I recall.
Yes.
Very bad.
And
not happy for you.
Now, I drink less than a can a day. Even though it's still every day, it's still...
What flipped the switch for you? Because when I said it, you were like, I need soda. I need my meal with a soda.
Listen, it was going to Puerto Rico and seeing the pictures where I looked like a fat fuck. And that's what it took.
That's what it took?
Yes, because now that I have like my content creator page, I was like, okay, I'm going to care for the photos. Usually I just have my boyfriend snap photos and I'll be like, okay, when we go home, I'll just see which ones I like and I'll post which ones I like. Now there's like an added layer of like somewhat important. It's like, okay, this will eventually get posted and whatever. So as he's taking them and I'm viewing them, I love my face. I love my hair. I love my clothes. But I do not love those now three rolls that kept showing up. Even when, the thing is, I was standing up and you still saw a little, I was like, whoa. That's when your stomach should be the most stretched out. Like, you know, when you sit, you give yourself grace. You're like, I'm sitting. No, a bitch was standing. I was standing with an arm up. And you know, that's even more stretch.
Oh my God.
That was a lot going on. I was like, oh no. In the same way that I was watching back podcast episodes and there was a point, the chin was chinning. And I said, no, we're not doing that.
The chin was chinning.
Going up on the cardio. So I saw those pictures and I'm like, what is it with like the stubborn belly fat? You know, the very, stereotypical woman problem. And I'm just like, it's always sugar. It's always inflammation. So I was just like, okay, I love myself some pasta. I love myself some carbs, but I at first want to cut out the thing that I'm definitely consuming every day. And it was the soda. So what I do now, I measured in my usual like at home cups how much a can fills up a cup. And now because I have like 2 main meals a day and a protein shake, I'll fill up half of that amount for each meal. So that equals a can. But what I've been doing slowly, I put less and less, but I put mad ice.
Okay.
So at some point, it's just really diluted. So like,
listen,
I just need my fix, even in the slightest. At some point, it's gonna end up being a full cup of water and a splash of soda just for the flavor.
No, eventually it needs to be water.
No, I'm saying with the meals, like it's
water.
Listen,
water.
Whoa! This is like telling like an alcoholic or like a cigarette addict, like you can't just tell them smoothie. I'm gonna eat something and then eat mixed food in a cup.
Mixed food in a cup. What food you putting in your smoothie?
A smoothie. That's food. Strawberries, blueberries, bananas. That's
Those
food.
are fruits. But
it's food.
That's more like...
I'm gonna eat food and then drink food.
I don't view smoothies like that. I view smoothies as like my supplement for water.
I could drink a smoothie on its own, but I'm not gonna be like, let me eat a meal with my smoothie.
Oh, I'm a sick individual.
Sick.
Love me a smoothie. Love me a juice. Love me a water.
Juice is cool.
So have some juice instead of that soda.
Because a lot of the juices, like, they have even like more sugar. Like in the amounts that I would like to drink it.
A freshly squeezed juice?
Okay, we're in New York. I'm not gonna freshly squeeze all my juices.
Why not?
I barely have time to fucking sleep. I'm gonna squeeze for juice.
There gotta be a spot around here. At least have it like twice a week.
You know how expensive?
You got it.
Trust.
You got it.
I don't like talking about my money stuff on the pod, but girl,
You got
we're
it.
not having a good time for juice.
Eso es mental. Tú lo tienes.
No.
Mine never matter.
Moment. I know. But numbers are numbers.
Manifest abundance financially. Prosper.
I'm trying.
You gotta.
But yeah, all to say, I was looking at myself and I was like, gotta cut it out. So then I was also just like, at least while I'm somewhere that's cold, like in New York, to really just focus on wearing clothes that will give me the silhouettes that I want. But in the summer, like, I can't deal with heat and like I can't deal with it without wearing less clothes. Like, that's just me. So I'm just like, if I want to be completely comfortable in the summers or on vacations when I want to look nice and, you know, whatever, just have a good time without thinking so much. I was like, I just got to do what's going to make me happy. Because for me, that's what's going to make me happy. Like, this isn't to like spread the whole like skinny culture thing, because I'm not trying to be skinny. Let's get that straight. I'm trying to be thick. I want to get accusations of
I'm not trying to be skinny. It's
going
hilarious.
to the DR and coming back and be like, oh, you look different. I want you to think that's what I did with a natural body.
BBL allegations all 2026.
Yes.
Welcome to the club.
So all I have to say, insecurities can be positive sometimes if you know how to maneuver them.
Well, we all need to give her a round of applause because I didn't think she was gonna get here this fast with the soda. Like I said, when I told her to cut back on the soda, she's like, I can't.
But you see, I be feeling different every day. Like,
everybody feels different every day. It's when you want to get up and actually do the work.
Exactly.
And
That
hold
day I
yourself
felt like
accountable.
working on it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel different every day. But once I'm on something, like, I'm on it. Like, I'm very much like, once I have an idea, whatever, like this podcast, like one day I was like, oh my God, I should do it. And I just ran with it. So like,
you're
I'm going to be
goal-oriented.
consistent with the soda thing. But it's even mind-boggling to me because I be doing that and then I leave some in the cup. I was like,
Who is she?
Even less.
Who is she?
And then I look in the mirror and I look at myself. I'm like, yo, she's not inflamed.
Doesn't it feel nice to not be inflamed and fucking bloated,
You know
bro?
what doesn't feel nice? Getting the runs because my body's going through withdrawal, bro.
That's because of all the sugar, though.
No, but it's the lack of now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I'm like, stuff is like, listen, and I already Googled it. It was like, it's only going to happen for like 3 to 4 weeks. But I'm like, yo.
That's a long
liquid,
3 or
bro,
4
out
weeks.
of my ass. I'm straight up pissing out of my ass. Like, I'm like, it's crazy. I'm not even sorry for the visuals. I say TMI too much on this pod. You guys should know. You're going to hear something that is inappropriate.
My asshole's burning for you.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. It's just
So you got fireworks.
precisely. How do relationships change when you stop performing and start being honest? Or how have you noticed they've changed?
I think it changed in the sense that you should feel more peace because you don't have to perform. There's less pressure for you to be somebody that you're not or do certain things that you wouldn't normally do or don't want to do.
I think for me, I think the way that they change is that they just stop existing. Like, I think that like a big thing once you start being honest and stuff, that people just slowly start distancing. And I think that something I've realized, you know, through life or whatever, just learning to be more myself and stuff, is that the more me that I am, this isn't for everyone. I'm not saying the more me that I am, the less people like me. It's just that the more me that I am, the more that I notice like some people are gonna drift away from me and not really explain why they don't want to be cool anymore. They just happen to not. And I notice other people get a lot closer to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like when you're on the journey, on the road to, or already at being your most authentic self, that you have to do this thing where you kind of have to like create your own world that works for you, because no matter what, like, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Mm-hmm. And this goes back to what I was saying before, like about like not liking the idea of code switching, but it's like the very, you know, harsh truth or whatever is just that not everyone's going to like you, and you have to almost create a version of you that's the most you, kind of like weed out the parts that like you can agree aren't your best parts. Like,
Yeah.
you know, very like flat
Right.
examples like me is like the soda. Like cancel that out or whatever. I'd be just a healthier person. Cool, amazing. But I mean, you know, there are other traits though. Like if you know that something that's holding you back is the fact that you're stubborn, something that's holding you back is the part that you're prideful. Like you have to create a world for yourself that makes sense for the person you want to be, and you have to put in the work to be that person. And I think that no matter what though, like you have to create this bubble that really works for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but he looks so funny from this angle, and I wish you could fucking see it.
I see the back of his head. And
no, you got his eye is like crushed right now.
It is. Let me fix it.
There you go. There you go. And then the hair keeps getting in his mouth, so he's like,
not the bayang.
The bayang.
So is authenticity freeing, or is it its own type of risk, or even like prison sometimes?
I think it's freeing. For me, it's liberating.
Because it's cool. Like that's
I have fun with it. I genuinely like to put together that down to this fucking outfit. Like,
yeah, but it just, that's what I'm saying.
I could have been anything, and I'm like, inmate. Like,
I know, but it's still cool. Like
it's cool because I got my hair done.
But it's also like, this is a Halloween episode. Like this goes back to like the wearing the costumes and stuff, where it's like no one cares. Like even more because they're like, oh, it's a Halloween episode. Like I wouldn't, like I could have been anything, and I would like, you know, I wouldn't care about the perception of what anyone else thinks, because I know that people are viewing from the thing of like, it's Halloween, they're gonna be anything even if it's not them or not like their personality. So like, because so much of who you are is expressed in the way that you dress, if you're someone that's like very out there, you will be ostracized no matter what.
Yeah. And
that's why I feel like it's not as freeing as people like to say it is. And it's like, you know, I would like to think that the majority of people, maybe, you know what, maybe I don't even know. Maybe I don't even know. But like, I think that more people are conforming to something than aren't. That's what I think. And I don't think as many people are being their authentic self as should be or could be or whatever.
They're all trying to fit into this fucking status quo.
Yeah, but so that's why I feel like it's its own kind of prison, because I know that if they stepped out of their usual, that there will be looks and there will be things
I think
said.
it's prison for people who are not secure within themselves. When you're secure with yourself and who you are, what you like, what you don't like, I don't care. Like it feels. I guess for me, growing up, my mom used to dress me a lot, and I didn't like the shit that she would put on me. So when I got to an age where I was able to dress myself, I wasn't wearing like a fairy costume and fucking sneakers and shit like that, but I was able to exude my creativity in that way instead of only having the outlet of sports and music, whether it was listening to music or learning how to play it on an instrument or drawing. I used to know how to draw like fucking Picasso. I lost that shit though. I swear to God. I would be able to look at something and draw it. Like, I vividly remember that in the 5th grade.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I guess I always said it when I went to middle school and high school. I'm like, I lost that art, but it translated into music, because with music, I have a good ear. So if I could hear a certain song or a tone and I could play it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think that is all. Do you have any last words about masking, authenticity, facing yourself, anything in that realm?
Always be yourself. Don't allow other people to make you feel small. And enjoy spooky season. Happy Halloween. I'm so excited.
Yo, did I forget to say it in the beginning again?
Yes, that's why I said it now. That's exactly why I said it now.
Well, happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
If I have anything for you, don't let anyone tell you that you're too much, because maybe they're not enough. That's one of the biggest things that I have learned. And yeah, don't change yourself for the wrong reasons. Change yourself for the right reasons, because I will never tell you to stay the same. I will just say to progress at a healthy rate.
Yep.
That's what I got for you. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Whoa, the mic touched my mouth. That was odd. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Give me 5 stars if your streaming platform allows. And one more time, happy Halloween, because I forget to say it every time. And I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.